Hey guys, Sasha from networknews.com, and the reason why we're doing this video is not because I want to pitch my favorite drink, which is a Dr. T milk take that I'm buying in the 7-Eleven over here in Taipei, but I would like to show you a little bit about the history of MIDs and tablets, and we have a bunch of devices over here, as you can see. These are about 30 devices. Actually, a bunch of them are missing. I'm missing my Dell Streak, and I'm missing the Arcos 5, which was the very first Android device that I got. But you know what? Let's start with the second device that I bought over here in Taiwan, and that was in early 2009. And that is a Gigabyte. I think the name was M528. This was based on an 800 megahertz Silverthorne processor, an Intel Atom processor, and it was running Linux. And it came with 3G and GPS and whatnot. It has a 3 megapixel camera on the back, 2 megapixel camera on the front, and has this nice little thumb type keyboard and a resolution of 800 by 480. Came with a customized Linux. It also has this little smart key, which is kind of a mouse pointer. And you know what? In terms of the performance, it was actually pretty good. You could run Quake 3 in 1080p on it. And of course, it could also do 1080p playback. Never ever was a success at all, but I still have one. My second device for this kind of category would have been the Vilif S5. Again, based on an Intel Atom Silverthorne. That was a 1.2 gigahertz, 224 by 600, I guess was the resolution. And it's running Windows XP Professional, and it even came with a DVB-T. Let me just try to get this out of here. Now I'm really having some troubles. Yep, here we go. It even came with a little DVB-T module, so you could watch TV. And here's a little mouse pointer. So this is a full Windows PC. Battery life about 3 hours. And it cost almost like $1,000, I think, when it came out. And also has here this little stylus. But it was a really nice device just to play around with and just to figure out, you know, what a mobile internet device could do. And that was also in early 2009. The next device that I got then in 2009, there are no more tablets in 2009, I guess. Then we need to head over to 2010, and that's when the very first generation of the Apple iPad came out. And I bought this one from Joanna Stern, ex-Engadget, ex-The Verge, and now working for ABC News. And she actually had to rebox it in New York and to give it to me in April 2010. Then I bought the Samsung Galaxy Tab in late 2010. That was the first Android tablet from a premium OEM, launched during IFA 2010, based on Android. That was Froyo, I guess. I think it was 2.2 already at that time. Based on a 1 gigahertz Cortex A8 processor, 1024 by 600 was the resolution, and it came with 3G and whatnot. And you know what? They initially launched it for almost $800. And I mean, I have devices from Shenzhen for $60 that are way better right now, but we're coming to this some later. So that's about 2010, and 2011 was kind of the year of the Honeycomb tablets, and of course also of the Apple iPad 2. But you know what? I lost the iPad 2 on a United flight, and I never got it back. So whoever has it, good luck with it. I don't need it anyways. That's the Motorola Xoom. That's the very first Android Honeycomb tablet that got released. I think that was also in March or April 2011. I would say March. I bought it during South by Southwest in Austin, and it was almost $900 with 3G module of Verizon. And you know what? It is heavy, it is bulky, and it has the worst sleeve you can ever think of on a tablet. And then I think we got this one here, which is the very first generation of the Asus ePad Transformer, also based on Android Honeycomb, and it was the very first kind of modular system or convertible. So you can also use this as a standalone 10.1-inch tablet, and with the docking station, you're getting, that one was like 8 hours of battery life. Together with the docking station, it was almost like 12 hours of battery life. Still a fantastic device, and it runs super smoothly with Android ice cream sandwich right now. By the way, it was based on NVIDIA Tegra 2, like the Motorola Zoom. Let's move it over here. I think then in the summer of 2011, we got the Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1. That's actually the device that is banned in the US right now, and it also got banned in Germany and whatnot, because as you can tell, it would be so easy to mix this up, right? Look at this. Right? There's just it like just looks similar. It has these round edges, a centralized display, and that's why Apple was able to ban this device, right? And even on the back, oh my God, the similarity there. Okay, that was the 10.1. Let's get it back here, and then we got the 8.9. That was the smaller version of it, also based on Tegra 2, same resolution, 1280 by 800. It's also running Android Ice Cream Sandwich right now. And well, first of all, it got shipped with Android Honeycomb. Then I also got in the summer of 2011, I got this BlackBerry Playbook. I still love it. It's a fantastic tablet operating system. It's small, and in terms of performance, from the UI, it still drives circles around almost each and every other tablet operating system on the market. It was no problem to open a 1080p YouTube Flash video in a browser and just keep on playing it in the background while you're using some additional apps in the foreground. So that was summer 2011. Another summer 2011 device, that's the HP Touchpad, the one and only device with WebOS. Unfortunately, I paid the full price for it, which was like $499, and then it dropped down to like $129. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It was bulky, but the operating system was fantastic, and Leo Apotheker, the former CEO of SAP, completely screwed it up, in my opinion, for HP, and unfortunately, they're not building these tablets anymore. Then I got the Acer Iconia Tab A500. Still one of the most popular devices when it comes to custom ROMs. Why? Because it's cheap. It's also based on Tegra 2, came with Honeycomb, and it has full-size USB. And you can get a keyboard on there, external hard disk drive, no problems at all. It came with an HDMI out. It was easy to access this micro SD cards here. So really nice device. I loved it with the brushed aluminum. The camera was so shitty, but besides that, for custom ROMs, that was the perfect tablet if you're an Android user. Then I got the Sony Tablet S. I still think that this is one of the fanciest tablets on the market right now. It's very light, has a full-size SD card slot. Oops. And I just love the way it looks and feels, right? This is kind of, I would guess, a media center tablet for your living room, because Sony really did some tweaking on the front end and some additional apps on there, so you can connect with an infrared module to your TV set and whatnot. Really nice device. There will be a new version in about 4 weeks. Okay, what's next here? Okay, we have here an Asus Anova 9 G2, also 1 GHz Cortex A8. I'm not even sure what this one is running. I think it kind of got stuck with Gingerbread. What's next here? Okay, here I have some very rare devices, and this would be, first of all, the Asus eNote. Is it really a tablet or is it an e-reader? I don't know, but it also came with a little stylus and has a kind of pressure-sensitive display, and it was for taking notes and, you know, kind of educational thing. Oh, and look what's underneath the eNote. That's the ExoPC, which also came out in 2010 already. So I kind of missed this. It looks a little bit used right now. So this one is based on an Intel Atom N450 x86 processor, and it's running Windows and with a new ExoPC UI. It kind of looked cool, but as you can tell, it wasn't very successful at all. I think 1366 by 768 was the resolution for this device. Then let's go back to some 7-inch devices here. We've had the Kindle Fire coming out in late 2011 with a heavily customized version of Android Gingerbread. Has the same almost the same specification as the BlackBerry Playbook, the same ODM was building it, and also I think a 1.2 gigahertz dual-core Ti-OMA processor, and yeah, with a very weird front end and optimized for content consuming over the Amazon ecosystem. And then I got the Nuke tablet, $249 at that time. It's also based on a dual-core processor. I think, you know what? I think the Kindle Fire was 1 gigahertz and this one was 1.2 gigahertz. Color display, and you know what? How many times I've used it? Maybe twice for 10 minutes or so. That's how successful this device was for me, actually. I got, in January this year, oh no, there's another one from last year. ViewSonic ViewPad 7e, $169, 4x3, 8-inch, or is it 8-inch? I think it was 4x3, 8-inch device, running an Android 2 point something. And I tell you what, it's crap. Sorry to say that, ViewSonic. I mean, I'm not building these devices. I can only tell you if they work or not. This doesn't work for me at all. That's the Motorola Zoom 2 Media Center Edition. Beautiful 8.2-inch device. A kind of weird form factor. But I love it. With this brushed aluminum, it feels really good. Super solid build quality. It's thin, it's light. It came with 3G, about $500 US dollars, or no, even more, $600 with 3G. And also dual core, 1.2 gigahertz, and it had Honeycomb at that time. And what else do we have here? Let's jump into this Shenzhen tablet zone here. These devices, this is a 1 gigahertz ARM Cortex A8, actually almost the same specification as the very first Samsung Galaxy Tab, but a way better GPU, a Mali 400 GPU. This one is running Android Ice Cream Sandwich, and guess how much it costs? Look at this with micro SD card slot and whatnot. $47 US in Shenzhen. 800 by 480, capacitive multi-touch screen, Ice Cream Sandwich, Google Play access. It's a really, really cool tablet that you can give to your kids. Under $50 US. We have more of these Shenzhen devices. That's a different one. Here it comes with an HDMI out, and therefore it was a little bit more expensive. Has the same specification like the $47 one, but this one is $59 because of the HDMI out. Another one is this one here. Look at this. Brushed aluminum, super slim. About $70. Again, same specification, but this one has 1024 by 600 resolution. Android Ice Cream Sandwich 4.0.3. One more, maybe. Here's another one. Also around, I don't know, 50, 60 US dollars. Full size USB, 800 by 480 was the resolution, mini USB, HDMI out, micro SD, multi-touch screen, camera on the front, Android Ice Cream Sandwich, also 1 gigahertz ARM Cortex A8, and a Mali 400 MP GPU. Then, almost last but not least, this one was my favorite, Samsung Galaxy Tab 7.7, very thin. This is a really high-end Android tablet. 3G in there, micro SD card slot. This one is running now on Android Ice Cream Sandwich, and I'm getting a custom Jelly Bean ROM on it as soon as it's available. 5 megapixel camera on the back, 3 megapixel camera on the front. That was the 1.4 gigahertz dual-core Exynos processor, the same processor SoC as in the Galaxy Note. And here we have a very interesting one. This is the ePad Memo, based on a Qualcomm Snapdragon S3. 1280 by 800 is the resolution. Right now it got an update to Android Ice Cream Sandwich. Yeah, it's a 7-inch device that also comes with an external little handset to make phone calls with, and with a transparent OLED display. Kind of interesting, isn't it? And then finally, this is the new king of the castle. Well, at least in my opinion, that's the Galaxy Nexus 7. Beautiful 7-inch Tegra 3, lots of performance, and yeah, I totally love it. You know what? When I'm looking at this one right now, I just figured out that I forgot the Asus Transformer Pad Prime, the very first Tegra 3 and Android Ice Cream Sandwich tablet on the market. The same kind of idea as on the first generation of the Transformer Pad, or the ePad Transformer, that's how it was called at that time. Plus, we also forgot about the Pad phone. Well, that's a tablet docking station of the Pad phone. You're getting your phone in here, right? Just slide it in there, and then you can kind of upgrade your phone to a tablet. So, you know what, guys? That's about it. These are all our tablets, roughly around 30 different tablets over the last 3.5 years that I've collected. I hope you like it. If you have any questions, just feel free to leave me a comment down here. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you want to share it with your friends, please share. And I hope to see you next time on Sascha von networknews.com. Thanks for watching.